Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our podcast, Old Ass Movie Reviews. And well, we're also on YouTube, so Old Ass Movie Reviews. I'm Dave, that's Scott, and what we're going to review today is Waterboy, starring Adam Sandler.
And Kathy Bates.
Oh yeah, Kathy Bates played Mama.
Oh, Mama.
You haven't seen this before.
I have seen this multiple times. This is my wife's probably one of her most favorite.
Oh, really?
Favorite movies, yes.
Yeah, this is the first time that I watched it.
So what did you think of The Waterboy? Did you laugh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Henry Winkler. You know, the thing is,
Henry Winkler.
For me, the best part of this movie was Henry Winkler and the girlfriend. What was her name? Kathy.
Vicki Valancourt.
Fairuza Balk is the actress's name. Vicki Valancourt.
Yeah.
She cracked me up.
She's
and then
great,
to have Henry Winkler, who played the coolest guy on the planet, be just this mess of a human being of a coach.
Oh, he's no spine, no backbone.
Great.
But playing against Jerry Reed was great, man. The casting in this movie is awesome. Let's see if we've missed anybody. You have Fairuza Balk, Kathy Bates, Adam Sandler, Jerry Reed, Henry Winkler, and then a lot of sports people make appearances as well.
Yeah, like the sportscasters and stuff like that.
Yeah, Dan Patrick, Lynn Swan.
I got to go yell at my dogs.
You got to go yell at the dogs. Go yell at the dogs. And
sorry about that, folks. Had to go yell at the dogs. They're barking at the little kids running across the street and playing.
Don't get off your lawn.
Yeah. No, I don't care if they're on the lawn. The dog does.
Hey, dog's an old lady.
Yeah, right. She is an old lady. Stupid little dog. But yeah, the characters, and I've seen Henry Winkler do quite a few movies as a kid growing up, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
But man, to see him when he's wearing the high heels, he's
oh my god, and he's got the fro, and they didn't even bother in this flashback scene in the movie. They don't even bother to de-age or look younger Henry Winkler or Jerry Reed. It looks like some old men with some afro wigs on and some 70s clothes, and it's just like
just made it black and white and put old clothes on him, and it's like, oh my god.
Great.
You know, Henry Winkler and Jerry Reed both were like, I owned one of these one time.
Exactly.
I had a shirt just like that. But yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Real quick, for anybody who hasn't seen it, Adam Sandler plays
Bobby Boucher.
I thought that Bobby Boucher was mentally handicapped. Mm-hmm. I don't think he was truly mentally handicapped. I basically take it that he might not have been a really smart guy, but if you notice, whenever he goes to college,
he's very smart.
At one point, he starts talking about the atoms. He's like pointing stuff out about atoms.
That's
and
true.
Like,
that's a good
got
point.
Stuff chalked up on the chalkboard. So he's not stupid. His biggest problem is like what his mama said. Like, you don't have personal.
You don't have this, what they call the social skills, Bobby.
But she never trained him to be that either.
Well, so she smothered him. She smothered him. This is the story of a young boy who grew up in the swamps of Louisiana, and Mama has kept him so sheltered because she doesn't want to lose him. She doesn't want him to leave like her husband did, Bobby's father. So it's very touching. Mama and Bobby loves his mama. Yeah, but to Mama, everything is the devil.
Yeah, everything's the devil. But
don't you hang out with them girls, Bobby. They're the devil.
They're the devil. And as soon as he figures out that Mama might not be as smart as he thought. That's when Bobby starts changing. But I like Adam Sandler. This was his time period of doing really great, funny movies to me.
Yes.
Adam Sandler, though, usually, or back then, would have played just Adam Sandler in a movie. I like his characterization of this kid.
It's great.
It's actually really funny.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shut the door.
It's fine.
Let him bark. The kid that he portrays is really funny. He's not the smartest cup of soup. So I'm going to mix my metaphors.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And he isn't dumb, though. And his girlfriend has been his girlfriend. It sounds like she's had a crush on Bobby Boucher since they were little kids.
Yeah.
Like since they were like 9 or 10. And she just got out of prison.
She's a great character. Oh my God. She is a badass.
What a great character.
Oh my God.
She gets out of prison. The first thing she does is go see Bobby Boucher because she found out he was working at a different college.
Yeah.
And that girl, Fairuza Balk, I've seen her in a bunch of other things. She's a good actress. She's pretty solid. I had never seen her in anything quite like this.
Yeah.
So I was like taken aback. She's white trash cute in this.
Yeah. And I've only seen her in serious movies. So to see this is, well, I mean, The Craft was serious too. So yeah.
She was not afraid to cut a mother.
Like, no, it was awesome.
My cheeks hurt just thinking about her grabbing that knife to that football player's head.
Oh, she's gonna cut it off.
They're at a big game. They're getting almost to the final game, and the bad guy football team shows up, the ones that they're gonna play, and the big jock comes out and he's being tough. He's threatening Bobby Boucher, and his girlfriend out of nowhere shows up with a knife to this freaking jock's throat. She's like, I will cut your head off. And the guy's just frozen. And this girl only comes up to maybe like lower than shoulder level, but that knife is right up in his throat.
You don't mess with Vicky.
Don't mess with my boyfriend, I think is what she says.
Yeah, man. Like Bobby, it was so funny when Bobby. Well, let me back up a little bit. As we said, Bobby wasn't the smartest tool in the shed or sharpest tool in the shed. See, I'm mixing the shit too.
Mixing metaphors.
Damn it. Now for some colorful ones. But he's the water boy because he don't know no better. And Mama says foosball is the devil.
Yeah.
And don't you be playing no foosball, Bobby. And so Bobby's stuck to his water engineering or whatever. And he is so obsessed with water, testing it. He's got all this gear. It's so ridiculous. But everybody around is just so mean to him. He's been bullied his entire life. And, you know, it's
so funny.
At one point, and he is told, was it Henry Winkler? Yeah. And told him, Bobby, you can't take this.
Yeah.
You can't take this. You gotta channel this engine. Yeah. You gotta make it your tackling fuel. So Bobby just envisions all this bullying, all of this horrible stuff, and he just snaps and becomes one hell of a linebacker. I don't know anything about football.
He's a linebacker. He's like the best linebacker that the school's ever had. He's in the one program, he had broke a college record.
Yeah.
For 16 sacks in one quarter or something.
Yeah, it was insane.
It was like nobody's ever done that before. And this is Bobby Boucher out of nowhere, Waterboy. And then they're like, well, some other people are going to try and find talent. They got a towel boy. And they show this kid on a field just get plowed over. They're like, yeah, that didn't work.
That's some funny shit, man. That is some funny shit.
This is really well written by Tim Hurley and Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
and I think they were a team. I think Tim Hurley has actually helped him write other movies too, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll have to take a look at that because and you're right, you nailed it. This is the time that Adam Sandler was kicking out comedy after comedy after comedy, and then you know, my other favorite sports movie from him is Happy Gilmore with golf. Have you seen that one?
Happy Gilmore is fantastic.
Yes.
Why won't you go in the hole? The hole is your home. That is one of the best lines in the world. I remember saying that for years after I saw that movie.
Yeah. So I mean, he was kicking them out, man. And I even kind of dig his Longest Yard movie.
See, I never saw it because I like Burt Reynolds' version so much. I was like, I'm not going to go to watch it.
It's not exactly a reboot. It's not exactly a remake because Burt appears in it.
Oh, does he? I didn't know that he showed up in it.
It's pretty much the same movie, though. I mean, but they bring Burt Reynolds into it, and it's been so long since I've seen it. I saw it before I saw the original.
Really?
Yeah. So it caused me. It actually forced me to go watch the original.
Yeah, because you wanted to see what they did.
Yeah, because I wanted to see because I've always heard so much about The Longest Yard, and I was shocked at how forward this movie was with certain things like cross-dressing, transsexual inmates and everything. It's like, this is out of the 70s, and it was a good
prison. That's what was going on in those prisons.
It's a really good movie. It really is. So, and Adam Sandler's version is not bad. You're not going to die if you miss it, but it's not bad.
Yeah, that's cool.
But this one, Happy Going on, Waterboy is it's a fun movie. It really is. It's cool. Now I will say I am married to a Cajun woman, and I have never seen baby alligators on a grill, folks. If you're up north and you watch this movie, they were making fun of shit. A little bit. Just a little bit. Some of it's pretty damn close.
Lies. He's lying to you, folks. Don't believe him.
I have never seen a baby gator on a grill.
What I wanted to see, they have the one guy that's the Cajun. I guess he's the assistant coach.
Yeah, you know what? I can understand him.
yeah, I was going to say, because he's sitting there talking, and he's just, I was waiting for the only one on the team to be able to understand him was Bobby Boucher.
Yeah.
See, what to me would have been, and it's not a joke in the movie, but the joke would have been, had he been a really good coordinator or a really good assistant coach.
Yeah.
Like when he'd say to do something, everybody's just standing there looking at him. Bobby would turn around. Well, he wants you to go do this, this, and this. Then everybody go do it, and it works. That to me would have been hysterical. Like nobody else could understand him except Bobby Boucher.
There are a few times that I turned on closed captioning to see, and it is just a bunch of gibberish. But there are other times that my wife and I can understand every damn thing he's saying. It's like, oh God.
There was one point where he's talking about Bobby Boucher, and I understood about half of what he said.
Yeah.
I was like, son of a gun, I actually understood that. I don't know
what's funny for the folks at home, if you follow college sports, go check out LSU's coach and listen to him. Just go on YouTube and take a look. He sounds just like him.
Right.
And that just brings me to another weird coincidence with the state of Louisiana and their governor of John Bell Edwards looks just like Bobby Boucher's daddy. Look it up.
I don't want to look it up.
Look it up. His eyes aren't crossed, but man, he could be Bobby Boucher's daddy.
Dresses just like him, drives the same kind of car.
I don't know about that.
He has a nice Cadillac, probably. People pay for it. Why not? Anyway.
God.
Louisiana politicians are so honest.
Any of them. But that's why there's been a lot of movies made about them.
Some
good ones, too.
A couple of Burt Reynolds movies were made. Yeah, you know what, dude? We need to do Burt Reynolds movies. We need to do like a Burt Reynolds month.
Smokey and the Bandit. Let's roll that right
Kat
into
and I were talking about that. Literally, Kat looked over at me yesterday and was like, why haven't you guys done any Burt Reynolds? She goes, you guys need to do Smokey and the Bandit.
It's coming.
And I'm sitting there thinking, we need to do Smokey and the Bandit, Gator.
Hell, we'll do The Longest Yard.
The Longest Yard? That'd be cool. How about, what's the one with Stroke Race?
Stroke Race, yeah, that's good.
Those are all good movies.
There's so many good Burt Reynolds movies. The only one
I don't watching Deliverance.
No, I don't care for the movie. I understand it.
Okay.
I get the like. It is good. It's just like, you know what? I would have rather, honestly, I think I would rather have been a bunch of hillbilly killers or cannibals.
Yeah.
But not a bunch of sodomites up in them hills.
It was all I can say, and I'll tell you the story off camera. Just not a movie I wanted to see.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to
with the bow. Took them
all
out.
Some good shit, but poor Ned Beatty.
Should have ruined his acting career, and it didn't. Ned Beatty was such a good freaking actor, and everybody loved him so much that didn't ruin his career.
No, it didn't, and he didn't hide from it. And that's
he didn't care. He's like, it was a job.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm an actor.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
So Waterboy, Bobby ends up leading the team to the championship, and of course they win.
Waterboy.
Yeah, Waterboy. That's what we were talking about. It's a fun movie. I have seen this a lot of times, and this particular time when I watched it, this movie, I know we say this too much, and I really need to come up with another word. I feel it had a lot of heart, and when I say it had a lot of heart, I felt good after watching this.
Yeah.
Bobby and his mama are at an even better place now than they were
yeah.
before.
Yeah, way better.
Vicky is included. It's a feel good. And Bobby now has friends. They treated him like shit. And it's a shame that he had to be a badass just to have friends, but
right.
It feels good. It's a feel good movie, you know?
But when she goes around, his girlfriend goes around and starts talking to people because Bobby's like, nobody likes me. What do I care? I don't need to play.
They do. Game. They all show up.
He goes around and tells people that she gets like his friends together, everybody who's liking him. And they don't tell you what she says, but I think it's something to the effect of, if you're his friend, you know, you need to come and let him know. So they all show up, and
when they show up, this is one of my favorite scenes. Is Rob Schneider or Scheider? I don't know which way his name is. When Bobby says, "Mama's unconscious, she's asleep or whatever." Well, wake her ass up.
Yeah. What? I'm only alone in this.
It's awesome. Awesome flick. A lot of fun.
But I like how that character, she comes around into the family. Bobby grows up. And like I said, there's a point where if you ever thought that he was just adult, that one scene, I caught it. And I was just like, well, he's not stupid.
No.
Because he's literally got a model of an atom of some sort in his hand. And he's like pointing out the parts of it. And he's pointing at the chalkboard. He's pointing, so he's discussing what this is, whatever molecule or whatever he had in his hand.
And you see just how much he's grown and how smart he really is when his daddy shows up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And mama don't like that.
And that was so funny. That scene with Kathy Bates is just like Bobby's first tackle. With that scream and that run. And it's like, oh, they brought it full circle. To see Kathy Bates, such an accomplished actress, do such a silly movie, but she plays it so serious and so well, and she's so good.
That's what I had said something kind of like that to the old lady last night. We were watching it, and there's a scene where she's talking to Bobby. And it's a very tender scene where she's admitting all of her faults.
Yeah. And she's so good.
This movie does not have a lot of like moments where you just stop laughing. Honestly, it's a good movie. It's full of laughs. But there's a moment where Kathy Bates turns on her acting chops to talk to her son and explain to him what's going, why she did this thing. And
you can feel it. You can feel it.
You just feel the force of Kathy Bates and what a freaking talent she is.
Oh,
and you're like, holy crap. That's why she's Kathy Bates. That woman can act like nobody's business. And she went from being really jokey yokel to very serious and then turned back on the humor like almost immediately. And it's like, who can do that? Like
she's really good.
It's that she is, you and I always talk about English actors and how good they are and how different they are. I would put Kathy Bates with the best of them.
Yeah.
For my
absolutely. No, so, and that was always shocking to me to see her in this movie. It's like, okay, and then she's phenomenal. It's perfectly cast. She owns it. She embraces it, and they all do. There's nothing bad in this movie at all, really. No. When Bobby is in school and his professor looks like Colonel Sanders. It's quite funny. The argument they have about alligators and all their teeth and why they're angry.
Why they're angry.
Why they always so angry.
That whole movie, that whole freaking movie just keeps getting destroyed. I like that there is a scene where they've already showed that Bobby always gets picked on. This is fairly early on. After he gets fired, he's just starting to be the water boy at the new college. And the field goal kicker, who is this really dashing looking black guy, walks up to him, and initially he's looking at Bobby because Bobby's boiling the water, and the guy's like, "Why are you boiling the water?" And you think this guy is going to start picking on Bobby Boucher, and Bobby tells him, "Well, my mama tells me, to clean the water, you boil it first, it cleans the water, and you have good water. Give me a few minutes, it'll be cool, and we'll get you some water." The guy's like, "Your mama says that? My mama says that too." And
I don't know what mama's like.
It's like the first friend Bobby Boucher's ever had.
Yeah.
And this guy helps him out. He loans him his helmet because Bobby doesn't have a helmet. And you're just
that's what's funny. Not only is the team so broke, that they're loading helmets. There's the scene with the protective cup being passed between players.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
it's a broke ass team, man.
It is in that water in Henry Winkler's office, and Bobby's like, "I'll do it for free. Just don't serve him that water."
So that's a disgusting water trough, dude.
Oh
He's like, "I will do this for free if you promise me you will never give anybody any water out of that container."
It's got roaches hanging on it and everything.
Worms and stuff. Oh gosh. Oh, that was funny. This movie is worth a watch. If you can't,
I'm glad you liked it.
Tim's going to be very happy with this. The guy that I work with, because he's always asking me about this movie. I'm like,
really?
I've never seen this movie. I said, I've never seen Waterboy. I've never seen it. And today he and I were talking. I said, oh yeah, by the way, I watched Waterboy.
Oh yeah.
He just turns around and looks at me and goes, Scott made you watch it, didn't he? I said, he, as a matter of fact, he did. He brought it up.
Good one.
But I do. I really like this movie. It's good. Now we're going to have to watch Brothers or Step Brothers.
Well, that's not Adam Sandler, but that's another one that everybody keeps telling you and I both to watch. Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago, you were wanting to watch Step Brothers.
Step Brothers coming up.
That's another one I've never seen, and everybody always asks me.
I haven't either.
I've never seen.
I've seen scenes that are quite comical, and it's like okay, but I've just never. It's hard to get into. For me, this is like I've watched so many damn movies. You have no idea. But it's like I've watched minuscule amount of movies compared to you or anybody else.
I had a terrible childhood. That was Bobby Boucher. I didn't have any friends. I just sat in front of the TV.
I played with sticks outside and
I played with sticks and rocks. That's what I had as a child. Those were my toys, and I liked it.
Yeah, well, that's what we had, dude. Oh, well, to avoid sounding like two old farts for too long, what's your final thoughts on the movie, Dave?
Oh, man. This movie's funny. I like Adam Sandler. I don't like that. There's something on Netflix where he's teamed up with one of the girls from Friends, and that's supposed to be really good. Where he's like an ex-cop, ex-New York cop, I think is what he is, and that's supposed to be good. The old lady saw that, but I tried to watch a couple of his other Netflix things, and I'm just not.
Yeah, I have too.
The Terrible Six or
I started that and it's like, oh.
I got literally 10 minutes into that. I turned it off.
I don't think I made it past that.
Not funny. So I turned it off.
You know what?
It's if you go back to this stuff, The Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer is such a good one.
What were we talking about? The one where he's a golfer?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. It's probably one of my favorite ones. I can never remember the name of it. But, what else? Big Daddy. Those are fun.
Oh God, I forgot about that one.
But I think right now he's hit and miss. I think he's gonna because he's going kind of serious in some.
And he's got some. From what my understanding,
he's got acting chops.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He can create. And I think the Netflix thing was, oh, you want 6 movies? Fuck it, let's do some movies.
Paid him a lot, dude.
Yeah,
I'd have done the same thing. I'll be honest.
Absolutely.
With you. Somebody wanted to pay me that kind of money to do 6 movies, and they didn't care whether they were good or bad because they were looking for content.
Yep.
I would try to do good, and I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he tried.
People that like the cowboy. I forgot the name of this. It was so bad, I just blanked it out of my head.
Yeah, the Terrible Six or
Terrible Six.
I don't know.
It's on Netflix. If you want to try and watch it, folks, go ahead. It just wasn't for me. I just couldn't watch it.
No,
I did, however, like I said, hear that the one that he did where he's an ex-cop. And him and his wife are traveling. That's supposed to be a good one. That's supposed to be a funny one. And for life, sorry, folks, I didn't look this up. I wasn't planning.
No, it just came up. So, but yeah, for Adams, this is Adam Sandler in his prime. What I consider the height of Adam Sandler's career as far as comedic movies.
Right.
Yeah, I like his stuff. There's so many I haven't seen. Everybody at work keeps telling me to watch Grown Ups as well.
I haven't seen Grown Ups.
Yeah, so I think it's him, Kevin Jane, Kevin Hart, some others in it. I think. Who knows?
I did like him in. I just noticed it here. 50 First Dates.
Yes, with Drew Barrymore. That's a good one.
Barrymore. That was a great movie. I like that, and that's I think when he started becoming a little bit more of a serious actor.
Yeah, because that's kind of a serious movie. Even though it's funny,
it's kind of fun, but it's a good romantic comedy.
It is. It's a good rom-com.
Yeah, it's good. It's funny.
Absolutely. So, and I will go on to say I thoroughly enjoy this movie. I've watched it. I probably watch it every year at least once.
Yeah.
So it's one of those that is on a rotation, and I dig it. I dig it. It's worth a watch. So, folks, if you like what you hear, like what you see, hit like, subscribe, share. We're on podcast. We're on video. Just wherever you get your content. If you don't see us where you want us, let me know. I will do my best to get it there. Thanks to those who have done so, and we are where you have looked for us. So,
could you make that sentence a little less understandable?
No, actually, I probably could if I thought about it a little bit.
Sorry.
But anyway, so join us next week when we hit another comedy classic, The Three Amigos.
That's going to be a great one.
That's an awesome one. I have not seen it for, oh my God, probably 20 years.
It's a great movie.
It's been a long time. It has been a long time.
It's been a while since I watched it, but not 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know me. You know me. So thanks again, folks, and we will catch you next week, my little buttercups.
Good night.